It is now 8:39. You're with Pete. I've got the beat, and I'm being joined by special guests this morning, Laura Bisbee, who is the executive director over inpatient services at Gateway Rehab and Greenbriar Treatment Centers, both, and Steve Oneska, who's here. He's the director of outpatient offices of Greenbriar Treatment Centers. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay.
You did. Thank you.
Very good. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. So there's kind of, I think here in Washington, we are familiar with Greenbriar Treatment Centers and now Gateway Rehab acquisition. So I don't know where you want to start, but that seems like a good place. Tell me a little bit about this. Whoever wants to field the first question, you go right ahead.
Sure. Sounds good. So Gateway Rehab and Greenbriar Treatment Centers have been really the leading addiction treatment centers in the area. And what started as kind of a partnership conversation between the CEOs of Washington Hospital and Gateway Rehab turned into the acquisition of Gateway and Greenbriar. Our philosophies are the same. The work we do is the same. By coming together, we can offer more services, more bed availability, more specialized programming, joining forces. So that was kind of the thought process behind the acquisition. Would you say, Steve?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. At one time, we viewed each other as competitors, but we have that same philosophy, that same theory, and bottom line, it comes down to that. We're patient centered. We're driven to treat the people in southwestern Pennsylvania, and now joining forces together, I think we can offer so much more to the community.
Both of you have wonderful voices for radio. So in case you're looking for something else too along the way, you can do it. Both have great voices. So when we talk about Gateway Rehab or Greenbriar Treatment Center, and you talk about the services, can we just do kind of a broad overview of what is that?
Sure. So we offer withdrawal management, which is like detox from substances in a safe medical setting in our facilities. We have inpatient treatment, which is, it varies depending on, what the patient needs. It could be 20 days, it could be 28 days. They could transfer to a long-term residential program, which would be anywhere from 90 to 120 days, where we're learning about addiction. We're in a safe space. We are getting better coping skills. We're just doing all of the work on ourselves after we've put the drugs down. We also offer extended services, which is halfway houses. So it's a little bit out in the community. We're working, but we come back to a safe space and offer treatment at the same time. And then we have the
outpatient services. Yeah.
Okay.
Where our folks are in the community, they're in their homes, they're going to work, they're with their families, and they're coming to see us either during the day, or also we have evening programs as well.
So when that's happening and they're trying to work too, it's pretty much been in the news every day, the addiction problems that we are having here, especially in this area, and we're working on it. It seems like everybody's trying hard to get to the root of this. When people have the outpatient part in it, how's that work?
Well, we try to meet the patient where they're at first and foremost, but we also take a look at what they've been doing, and we try to work around a person's schedule. But there's going to be times where maybe the issues are that severe that they need to be with us all day, 6 hours a day, and sometimes they'll take a leave from work for a period of time. But we always want to meet the patient where they're at, and the goal is to keep them in the community, to get them the treatment they need, to keep them in work, keep them with their families. And if something goes wrong, then we always have all these resources that Laura talked about where we can step them up. Maybe they need to go to withdrawal management, rehab, and sometimes even a halfway house. So we have a lot.
Man, I'll tell you what, you folks, wonderful thing that you do there. And speaking of that, I want to bring this up too before I forget. There are job opportunities, correct?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
Yes, there are throughout the system.
Yes. So we have a lot of job opportunities through all counties, really. In Washington, we have some inpatient residential job opportunities. We have from every level, whether it's a high school level and it is the behavioral tech or the recovery specialist. We're always looking for people that are in recovery themselves to supplement our programs. And then into the outpatient programs, you have a ton too, huh?
Yeah,
Steve?
we have multiple therapist positions open throughout the system, all over the greater Pittsburgh area, Brentwood, right here in Washington. So we're always looking for qualified, motivated candidates that really want to give back to the community.
Yeah, I was checking, things out, trying to get a little bit of a feel of when you folks were coming in, and so there seems to be a number of locations to help people. Yeah, so this is not just in Washington County; it's
correct. We are in Beaver County, Allegheny County, Westmoreland County,
Washington and
Washington and Green. Yes, we have an Erie location, which is a little bit out there, but we are spread out through Southwestern PA, and that we are trying to be, and I think we are, the leading provider for addiction treatment. So just one thing I want to mention too, we are having a pizza social for anybody that would like to learn more about Gateway and Greenbriar treatment centers, job opportunities. We are going to have leaders of all locations at our pizza social, and it will be May 18th from 4 to 6:30 at Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza in Robinson Township. So come see us, come hang out with us. I think we're fun. Yeah,
Definitely.
Steve, we're fun to hang out with, and have some pizza and learn about what we do.
Well, you know what? That's one of the things. Before I let you go, and I guess the easiest way really to find all the locations, just Google it, or you can, if you obviously know Washington, Greenbriar, you can do that. Sure. One of the things that impressed me the most is even just talking to you. This is not one of those things where you are downtrodden. You're happy. You're uplifting. How do you work on that?
I love what I do. I've been in this field 14 years. I have worked every position from a behavioral tech up to the position I have now, mostly in residential, and I love it. It's hard work. Don't get me wrong, but it's rewarding work. And we get to see kind of the fruits of our labor when patients come back and work for us.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I'm in my 25th year in substance abuse treatment, and it's rewarding, and it is hard work, like Laura said, but it's very rewarding. It's challenging, and when you see patients succeed and you hear the success stories, that's what makes it all worthwhile.
Well, Laura, Steve, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I told you it was going to go kind of fast, but if somebody wants to apply, and what's the best way to do this? They could go to gatewayrehab.org, or is it Greenbriar? Greenbriar.net. Our websites. Even if you have to Google the two. And Indeed. We have all of our positions are on our websites as well as Indeed. Or they could call the locations and ask to speak to Laura Bisbee or Stephen Uska, and we'll point them in the right direction. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Much luck to you, and thank you for all the work you do.
Thank you.
Really do appreciate it. It's 8:47. It's Pete. I've got the beat. We'll do that forecast update for you coming right up. Right now, though, it's Toto 95.3 WJPA.